Welcome back to Hi Events. We are at the Colombo Library for the first of its kind with HSBC, the Ceylon Literary and Art Festival. 43 authors, 23 sessions. Let's find out more inside. I've joined Ajay, and I've just got one question for him with regards to the creative industries. Post-COVID to date, there have been ups and downs with the creative industry, but what do you think, where do you think it stands now, and how do you think it is going to evolve from here?
So, when any kind of issues that happen in a country, the first one that gets affected is the creative industry, because the soft industry, the emotional industry. So we've had like 4 years of bad run, so to say. So one of the reasons I created this festival was to give a voice and a platform to the creative industries once again, beyond fashion. Fashion we've already done is 21 years. So we thought, okay, how about we support the other industries? So we picked up literature. We focus on art and culture as a key thing. And we picked up, within art and culture, music, literature, art, and films as four, where also what happens is people don't realize that these kind of creative streams are a mirror of a society, right? And culture is an expression of a society, and it's very important that the youth understand the culture, the youth get engaged in it, and that also helps the country a lot, because that builds profile for Sri Lanka internationally. Travelers find it very attractive, and also indirectly the investors find it, find their confidence that if the creative industries are flourishing, there's always an underlying tone that, oh wow, the country's on a good wicket, So all that was running in my mind when I said, okay, let's create a platform, right? That platform can foster, give birth, enhance the creative industries, and like I said, we picked 4 this time, and we're going to really build on these 4. Art and culture is the overriding theme, but yeah, music, art, film, literature, hammer it really hard so that it stands and the youth gets engaged, and hopefully we'll reverse brain drain. So so it's a very deep objective behind this festival. Yeah,
I'm with Mark, the CEO of HSBC. Creative industries, a very interesting topic, as we heard from Ajay before as well, about how it's going to help Sri Lanka and position Sri Lanka. HSBC and the creative industries. Could you tell us more about why and how HSBC got involved and what the vision is with HSBC and the creative industries in Sri Lanka?
Certainly, thank you. That's a great question. So HSBC has been in Sri Lanka for over 130 years, and during that time we've always considered our purpose to bring the best of the world to Sri Lanka and the best of Sri Lanka to the world. And for this festival, this is bringing some of the world's best authors and artists to Sri Lanka, but also showcasing some of the Sri Lanka's best authors and artists to the world. So as a result, this fits really, really well. And with regards to the creative industry, as I said, we've been part of the fabric of Sri Lanka for over 130 years, and we can really see the skills and capabilities that Sri Lankans have, and showcasing that around the world we think is an incredibly important thing. So that's why we're delighted to be supporting this.
Hi there, I'm with Taranga from HSBC. Hi Taranga. So we've heard about HSBC's involvement with this. We've also heard about how the creative industries is going to help Sri Lanka and help the country as a whole. But I would like to hear from you, what are your thoughts and what do you think it is, or what is in it for the next generation? What do the youngsters have to pick up from here, and what next for them, in your opinion?
Yeah, so really excited to foray into the arts and culture space. And the reason why we did was, being an international bank, we wanted to bring the best of the world to Sri Lanka. And also, in doing so, look at how we can take best of Sri Lanka to the world. I think one of the most important aspects of that is to work with the younger generation, because we need to expand the readership, we want to expand the art and culture space. So we are really excited to invite all the students, kids who are interested to walk in free of charge and enjoy the Ceylon Literary and Art Festival, which is sponsored by HSBC and many other partners. So you probably see a lot of activity happening as you speak. There's a writer's workshop, there's a art workshop. So for instance, there's so many things lined up for them, different age groups. So that's really what's important to kind of focus on, in my opinion. So I hope that this will help them to, kind of get a new generation of readers and artists and, writers.
Hi there again. I've been joined by Artika. Hello. I've been told you've had the toughest audience today.
It's been from 6 to 10 years, and they are the ones that are difficult to please.
Right, so tell us about it, like what has been happening so far and how have you managed to kind of keep this curation together with the kids?
So it's been a nice experience because, to satisfy those kids, and they did go back happy. It's been interesting because they had a freedom to do what they wanted and to create stories. That was the whole title, The Stories We Create. So that's fine.
Amazing. And just run us through your experience so far at CLF, right? So just tell us a bit about it, what your thoughts are, and what the future is like also with programs like this.
So CLF, everything is organized in such a seamless way. Everything is running smoothly. It's been a beautiful experience. It's just been the first session. I've got more sessions coming. But it's just lovely. And I think what Sri Lanka needs is events like this. And Colombo, the public library, is a beautiful venue to have this event. So looking forward to the next session next year as well and further on.
Joined by Professor Nuka Silva. Hello and welcome. Just here to catch up on something very interesting within the day-to-day itself about the 3 books. Yes, the 3 books that you've been writing.
But I've been doing creative writing workshops. So I'm doing 3 workshops, but the workshops are quite unique. They are creative writing for children, but they're on the theme of protecting our environment. So basically I have written 3 books for children because I feel that children in Sri Lanka aren't as aware as they should be on the way our environment should be protected. So issues such as beach pollution, deforestation, air pollution, garbage. We need to inculcate these kind of values about protection from a very young age. And I teach courses on children's literature at the University of Colombo. And particularly within children's literature in the last 15 years or so, there has been a lot of interest in promoting ideas of conservation, climate change, etc. And of course, Greta Thunberg and others, children have put the importance of children and their ideas on a global stage. So I felt that it was really important, even if I'm doing workshops, to enable children to start thinking about what happens when we cut down trees, or what happens when a crab gets caught in a plastic bottle or a paper bag, a silly bag, or what happens when there's air pollution to animals, to humans. So my 3 workshops are all around this idea of helping children to think. So the first group that I had this morning from the age of 6 to 9, it was a very simple workshop. I had very few slides. It was mainly for them. We were under a tree, so I wanted them to look at what happens if this tree is cut down. Who would be affected? What happens to the birds or the squirrels or the insects? Would they have a home? And what happens if we keep doing that? So they started creating stories, and it was amazing because they drew pictures of trees and they wrote about squirrels and about kind men and bad men who cut down trees. And so it's been a lovely experience, and I really want to carry on with this message in the work I do with children, because I think especially all over the country, this is a really critical issue, and it is imperative as artists or writers for us to start enabling children to discuss these issues, because they are the future and they are the ones who, are going to get really affected. So if from the age of 5, 6, if they don't start thinking about it, it's going to be, terrible for them later on. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
It has been a warm, sunny and an eventful evening here at the Ceylon Literary and Art Festival. It's been a productive day and there is more to come, but this is Adam Kenny signing out of Hi Events. Thank you, until next time.